Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome back. It's so hard for me to just, to interject in your conversation. I know it feels like, fellowship right now. And that's beautiful. That's all part of it. Thank you for being here. I know there's some of us from New Jersey and where else? Upstate New York. So thank you for coming across the river or downtown to be with us today and to celebrate Uncle Robert's life. So this is called A Tribute to Robert Hall. It's a great name. Glad someone thought of it. And this is something unique. You don't usually do this, but because Uncle Robert is so loved, I had to do it because we love him too much. And also now everyone could have attended the Seonghwa, so this is our chance to... By the way, Chris is here. There he is right there. And the family has a gift for all of us. So just stay in your seats. A little gift bag will be passed around. So please receive it with two hands as we are inheriting from the Hall family. It's also like a little snack and some refreshments during this program. So the way that we're going to do this is we have right now 4 musical offerings. There were many people who wanted to perform at the Seonghwa, but because of limited time, we couldn't have everyone sing. So we're going to have many people sing today. But dispersed in between the offerings, we'd like people to offer a tribute as well. A word, a testimony, so that we could have a collage of Uncle Robert's life and how much the love that he shared during us while he was alive, and that we'll continue to remember forever. Is that okay? So to start us off, we have a song from Mariko-san, who also performed at the Seonghwa, but has more to give. So let's welcome her up. And if you're thinking about giving a testimony, raise your hand, let me know, okay?
Good morning. I don't. Yeah, I think I already talk a lot about Uncle Robert, so maybe I just sing. And yeah, I suppose to sing this song together with Uncle Robert, but unfortunately he left before we sing together. But I hope he can help me spiritually and sing together. And the name of the title of the song is "If the World Had a Song." I feel like it's same as his heart about a song and music. He wants to connect all the people with the music, and he wants to bring out each person's potential and make Heavenly Spirit. It's a cappella, but please listen. If the world had a song, oh love, everybody could sing. Just imagine the joy that the music could bring. We could sing of peace in sweet harmony if the world had a song with enough love for everyone. Love can light a spark, touch a heart. There is no greater power. So when you hear a song, sing along. Love makes the world go round. If the world had a song, oh love, everybody could sing. Just imagine the joy that the music could bring. We could sing of peace in in sweet harmony. If the world had a song with enough love for everyone. No, it's not too late. Give and take. We can still live as family. So let the song begin. Sing and then love will be born again. No, it's not too late. Give and take. We can still live as family. So let the song begin. Sing and then love will born again. Love will born again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica-san. It's never too much. Never, never, never too much singing. I'm sure Uncle Robert would agree. And so you should know Aunt Amanda is here in the front. Let's let her feel our love, okay? Thank you for sitting in the front. She had to make sure all the food, all these gift bags were prepared. I'm looking at Chris. He's always making sure, every direction was followed. And also, Uncle Robert's sister, Joan, is also here in the front. Would you mind just saying hello to everybody? Thank you. And she was the one who gave it just the perfect eulogy that brought us in laughter and tears, back and forth. And it was, you could tell she had a lot to say. And we learned from her, I learned about his mischievous side. I did not know about that. So thank you. So now I have a more complete picture of our Uncle Robert. All right. So we do have a testimony or a reflection. Pastor Joy, would you come to the front? Share. So let's give her up. Give a hand to Pastor Joy. Share a reflection. A reflection. A tribute. Okay.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. So I just want to, I cannot attend the Songwa, but I watched the live. But I just want to reflect and pay tribute to Uncle Robert because I have known him since I moved long time ago, but I consider him part of the Filipino community because he always come to our event, and also he sing a song, which is a very beautiful song. It's called Matod Nila. He sang that song in a beautiful, artistic way, and he sent it to us. And every time we have an event, we always remember him. Let's invite Uncle Robert to sing. And his heart is really faithful. It's like he's my idol in terms of an incredible faith through God and through parents. And as I always remember him, very encouraging. He reached out to everyone, and I'm not a good singer, but one time I sing, he told me, "Oh, you have beautiful voice. Can you sing the choir? Join the choir." And I felt like unworthy because he has a beautiful voice, and he never tell you that, "Oh, you have to correct this," but he would encourage you to join the music, the Sound of Music. It's a voice lesson, and one thing that I remember of him is that when we had our Filipino event in the main hall, he offered a song. He offered one Les Miserables song and then one Filipino song, and he did it very eloquently, and I was really moved, and that's why he will be missed by our community, the Filipino community, and I really believe that he's alive in our hearts, his memories, his faith, his love for us. He reached out to us unconditionally. I don't consider him an uncle. He's like a dad. He has a father. He has a father's heart that every time you see him, the room lights up. not because of his music and his beautiful voice, but because of his love and acceptance and patience. He doesn't, and I never heard him criticizing. He always like, oh, it's very good. I think you are a soprano. You know, he always give you a lined up. You have to do, you belong to soprano or you're. So I'm going to miss him because every Sunday I see him all the time. But even though he's gone physically, spiritually, he's with us. And we will always remember his loving heart, beautiful smile, and also accepting smile and fatherly love in our hearts. And to his wife, thank you. And Chris, and we continue to pray for him so that he can be transitioned peacefully and really work with true parents, true father in the spirit world. He can create a choir group representing Manhattan in the spirit world. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, Uncle Robert.
Thank you, Pastor Joy. So we have representation in heaven, right? He's going to, on our behalf, he's going to continue to compose beautiful music that hopefully we can pick up continually and compose. We have Reverend Juanita who wants to share a poem and a few words too, if you can. And so let's welcome up Reverend Juanita.
Thank you. Hello, Amanda. How are you doing? How's everybody? Good. I'm so glad you could come today for our beautiful brother, Robert Hall. I mean, the night before, the night before, I had on my heart, you know, just had on my heart. I was thinking about Robert, some of the good times we had together. And he said, well, why don't you write a poem? I was asked to pray, but I wanted to do it sort of in a poetry style, you know. But he said, he suggested it. So I always called him Maestro. Maestro. He was a maestro. He was a Sir Robert to me and Amanda. And Amanda was always loving people and trying hard. And she always give you good advice. You can bet she can give some good advice. Okay, I'm going to read this poem to you. Maestro Robert Hall. Everyone take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And as you take that deep breath, remember to smile. Because Robert always would smile. Even when he was sick, he would smile. He'd say, I'm all right. And he would smile. Robert would try his best to smile all the time. So let us remember Robert's smile and his voice and his kindness. Because Robert knew when you smile, you bless a child. And when he sings, the angels get their wings. Heavenly Parent and true parent of heaven and earth, we come before you to thank you for sharing your son, Amanda's husband, a father to Christopher, and a father and uncle, brother, and dear friend to many. We know that Robert is singing in paradise. Robert, we want you to know that you have many friends, and it does not matter about the bridge over troubled waters, because we know that you are bound to cross that bridge. Time has come, and we know that as you cross that bridge, the water will be still. Ave Maria will be there. She will be there waiting on you, and because your heart was so pure, God and true Father can count on you to sail on. So sail on by, because your time has come to meet God on high. Robert, we hear singing in the air. Your love and encouragement for and to those who had a song in their heart reigned supreme. You could still the wind in a storm with your melody. In the midst of your operatic chants, you brought heaven a little closer to earth. However, you always felt that a song should be sung by a choir in perfect harmony, so to bring the vibrations and the frequencies of God closer to earth. So you did your best to lead the choir into ecstasy. However, with your eyes and heart, you saw the coming of the Lord. Maestro Robert Hall, sail on with our Father of heaven and earth until we meet again. Thank you.
And the big hand of everyone, Juanita. Thank you so much. That poem. So long. So long. Next, we have a performance from Ayako Heller and Ayako-san. Let's welcome her up. Ayako-san. And a few words, if you will. Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity. I already shared, right, how I avoided him. But last day when I mentioned to him, after going through and really sing from, wanted to sing, the Sunday, that was the last Sunday he came, I said, Robert, I decided I would like to sing. So then 2 weeks, the third week, I sang. But that was my last conversation with him. Robert, I decided to sing. I wanted to sing, I said it, because that's what he was. I told you I was avoiding him for a long time, many years, not to have eye contact, because he would say it. Ayako, won't you sing? Can you sing? So I didn't want it to be asked. But if I say, what is this, besides those passion for music, the way he sings, he put his heart into it. So I sang so many occasions as a missionary. And because of missions, when they ask, I said, sure, need it? Sure, I will sing, right? So he added to Japanese missionary choir, he added how he wanted us to sing for a better impact. What the theme, the theme of music, that's how he expressed, that's what his great part. So this, when I sing this song, it's, there shall be blessing, shower blessing, but now is truly, maybe he will remember, we are missionaries. He was I have been missionary, so we met here. I'm very grateful that, the way, how we sing had been different, how we learn singing was different, but for the sake of God, we are very happy that he had a beautiful passion. And I've always felt he's ahead of me, because I sang so many times because there was a mission. If I personal passion, to find this passion to become mine, it took time. So I'm in different stage, Robert, you know it, and I would be happy to sing for sake of God and brothers and sisters. So I tried to sing, this is a way he wanted us to sing for Japanese missionaries. If a Japanese sisters who would like to sing, please join, okay? The blessing comes through, like in the rain, right? Blessing, there is a purpose in difficulties. Blessing comes in the rain. The rain can be blessing. It is a blessing. 雨よ降り注ぎ恵みたもと神は愛をもて 近いたまえり夕立のごと甘つ恵みをイエスよ今ここに注ぎたまえや There shall be showers of blessing. This is a promise of God. There shall be season refreshing, sent from the Savior's above. Showers of blessing, showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops on us are falling. Bless showers, but showers we plead. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you so much, Ayaka-san. I didn't know that Uncle Robert had the same agenda as me in terms of helping us transition from soldier to settler, you know, from battling missionaries to singing out of joy in your heart. That should be multiplied and multiplied. I didn't know that. So now I got someone from on the other side helping with this agenda, because I feel this is what Mother's trying to teach us. You know, she's always helping us to see, no, her security guards, don't sing with me, dance. This is what Mother's trying to teach us. She's giving us the tools of the kingdom, is singing, dancing. You can't forget dancing either, right? Uncle Robert, we got lots of video and anyway, socks and fashion and everything he did, so, okay. And would anyone like to share a testimony? Yes, please, come up. What was your name again? What is it? Johnson. Let's look up Johnson. Johnson.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, my name is Johnson Okun. I've known, first of all, before I start, Auntie Amanda, I'm sorry I couldn't be in the same way in person, but I watched everything when went on there, so please accept my apology. I knew Brother Robert, let me call him Mr. Robert, because he's my elder brother. Ever since I landed in this country, I'm from Nigeria anyway, in Africa. We live together in New York Hotel with his wife here. And we have been hanging around, you know, talking, discussing, chatting. When we were, by then we were, everybody belongs to Manhattan Church. So we were all worshiping together out there, big place. So Mr. Robert always sing, organize everything. So apart from that, as I said, we always hang around in New York, the lobby of New York Hotel, you know, discussing many things about the providence, you know, and life in general. So sometimes I come here and I will be seeing him. I ask him what is going on. He didn't tell me, but the way I see him, I know that he's not feeling good. So it was very shocked to me when I heard that he has passed on. And I was so sad because I know I'm gonna miss Mr. Robert. with his smile, with his all the time wearing African dress, more than me, who is from Africa. He always, one time I asked him, Mr. Robert, why do you like wearing African clothes, even than me, who is from Africa? He said, what do you mean? I'm from Africa. I said, okay. He stopped there. It's okay. I know. So I will miss him. As you guys know, some of us knows, we don't miss him a lot because we're gonna meet him the other side. And I hope that I knew his son when he was a baby, Chris standing there. So I hope that Auntie Amanda can be strong and live more years. Don't think that because Mr. Robert is gone, you won't follow him. No, not yet, please. And I didn't know that Mr. Robert has siblings until the day of the singing when I saw his sister, all his siblings giving testimony. So I really miss him a lot because of his smiling, as somebody said already, and his unwavering faith. He's a guy that he loves True Parents. He loves the movement. He loves to sing anywhere. He loves to sing in any language. He doesn't, nothing bother him. He's a free man. He has a free mind and heart. He hangs out with so many people, different people of different races. So that is one of the things I was really in love with him. He doesn't care who you are. So I'm gonna miss him a lot, and I hope that he can rest well and work with our true Father in heaven and other brothers and sisters. I hope. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Uncle Johnson. Other more tributes? Yep, Ann Ermgard, please come up. Let's welcome her. All the way from New Jersey. Just like Johnson. Originally from New York. Were you originally from New York too?
Originally from Germany.
From Germany.
Good morning, and it's wonderful because my husband wanted to come. He missed the funeral by a day. He went all the way to Jamaica. And so we are glad that Reverend Edna told us about this celebration. And Sister Amanda, I met you sometimes in front of the New Yorker, and we had little chats. And I want to give tribute to Robert as the person who manages the New Yorker mailroom. I don't know, how long did he work for that? Yes, because that's a big job. That's a big job, and he always did it with a smile. 20 years, right? That's what I figured. And he always did it with a smile. And if you didn't get your package or so, he always kept calm. And I also know that Christoph is going to miss his dad around. And he inherited the musical thing. I remember Christoph drumming, being a percussionist. I don't know if he still does that. So I hope you continue doing it. Okay. And yeah, such a wonderful tribute to my brother Robert.
Thank you, Aunt Ermgard. I'm sorry. Oh, Reverend Edner? Is that you? Yeah, come on, please. Reverend Edner Pierre-Louis, Senior Pastor.
Thank you, Pastor. The whole family gave me the honor of emceeing Robert's Nsongwa, so I didn't really have a chance to share during that, because, you know, an MC is supposed to move the program along, not interpose every single time your own opinion about things. But, you know, I've been thinking a lot about my own relationship over the years, over the decades, really, with Brother Robert. And the first time I recall in my mind seeing Robert was at the engagement ceremony in 1982. I remember him in the ballroom at the New Yorker. That's the first image I have clearly of him. You know, in my mind, I'm saying, who is this brother, you know? Then over the years, I've come to know Robert as a brother, as an elder brother. And, you know, for all that Robert did in singing, and we all know Robert sang a variety of genres, right? He loved music, and he was an accomplished singer. Not only was he involved in our ministry here, he had, of course, other ministries, right? The Sound of Music, he drew people from other realms to come and be a part of the voice, you know, let's use that term. But here's the thing, I never really saw Robert as primarily a singer. There are people who sing and sing well. We have some here in our community, and that's a gift. It's beautiful. Please continue to do that. But Robert was, I saw him as, he's like if you can conceive of a realm, a musical realm, right? Then there's a soul that inhabits that realm whose job it is to go around and find everyone who has even the slightest interest in music and invite you to bring your voice in. That's how I always saw Robert. No matter what you had to offer, even if it was if all you could do was hum, he'd call you in to perfect that hum as part of an overall orchestra. And he engaged in that. That's the first thing. I'll tell you another gift Robert had. Robert had the gift of mending difficult situations. You know, when you're called up to sing, right? And you start singing, and something happens, something breaks down, then the tension gets heavy, first of all on you, who's singing, and then you're wondering, what are these people listening to me thinking about that? You know, when those things would happen, and it didn't happen often, you'd see Robert quickly come up and mend the situation. So it never got to a point of real tension, because Robert had that gift of calming things down and putting it back on track so that the singer would continue then to do what they came up to do. So that was the spirit of Robert. And that's something I caught again and again and again in his life. As a man, you know, his ministry was the ministry of music. His message to the world of true parents was via music. So, you know, having said that, and we who know, don't believe, we know that there is a third realm. It's only natural to think that Robert already is scoping that situation. And whatever work that he's called to do in the spirit realm, it's gonna be involved with music, especially the voice. So, brothers and sisters, we're grateful to have had him here on this side, but you know, he's moved on to the next realm. Let's continue to honor his memory. Let's continue to remember him until the day we meet him again. So thank you so much, brother.
Thank you so much, Reverend Edner. Your emceeing was perfect. It was not too much, not too little, and I'm glad you had a chance to share a little bit more. And I thank you for bringing up the choir. And every band or choir I've ever, there's always drama because there's a lot of pressure to perform, and that's a good reminder. He kept that together. You know, his spirit was always centered on God. There was no deviation from that. And helping each person find their gift and make that offering. He did that. He did that for all of us. Okay, so his sister. Okay, you know what? Maybe Joan, you want to share now? Okay, let's welcome up Uncle Robert's sister, Joan. Thank you so much.
Good morning or good afternoon. I'm not quite sure what time of the day it is. But first of all, I must say I'm happy to be here today just to represent some of his siblings, or his maternal, paternal side of the family. I listened to some of the comments or the tributes, I should say, on Wednesday. And I listened to some of the tributes today. And what I would like to say is give you a little of Robert's history prior to your new Robert. I must admit, I'm sad, but we all know, and I'm listening to you, that yes, we will meet Robert one day in the glorious land that we all going to be smiling again. I'll begin by saying, firstly, even growing up, Robert was special. What you're seeing here now, for those who have known him, let's say for the past 40 or 50 years, Robert has been like that from birth. Robert is the fourth child of my parents. My parents first had 3 girls, and then Robert, and then myself, and 2 more girls, and we all are 2 years or a year difference among ourselves. And then after my 7th sibling, another 7 years, the 8th one came. And growing up, many people seen Robert growing up among 7 girls. The refrain all the time was, "Oh, you spoil," as I said on Wednesday. Quite the opposite. He spoiled every single one of us. Yes, he was mischievous. But his mischievous was joyful. His pranks were joyful. Whatever he did made you laugh. You look at Robert and you just cannot help smiling, because whatever he did, you saw the smile. It might be a little smirk, wicked little smile, but that was Robert. Robert has come from a family of singers. His dad, parallel to Robert. Most of my siblings are singers. As I said before, I'm not. He tried to make me sing just as how he had you. Yes, you can sing, Joan. Yes, you can sing. I said, no, I can't. He has nieces who have also followed in the footsteps of singing. And I remember one thing I would like to say is the MC said it a little on Wednesday. You cannot be unhappy with Robert. Whatever he does, you're going to end up smiling. And one thing he mentioned that I can affirm to, Robert is long-winded, very long-winded. We always, among the family, would say, if you have a function, don't ask him to sing. Don't ask him to pray. You will never leave. I remember my daughter's wedding. She asked him to sing. Or, well, she only has one uncle from her maternal side. And knowing that he was a singer, she asked him to sing at her wedding. Wrong. When Robert started to sing, it went from the 8th verse back to the refrain, back to the 9th verse, back to the 10th verse, back to the 11th verse, back to the refrain, and everybody sitting there. The bass at the time took his seat because he realized, I'm going to have to wait until he decides to finish. When he finished, it was great. Everybody laughed, but that is Robert. The jobs that he chose, or that I would say he did, had to be ordained. Because throughout his life, everything he did was for the good of others, molding people, helping people to meet whatever is their potential. He was only 18 years old when he started to teach. When he left after 3 years, it was not. The students were so sad because what he did when he molded them, they were all grateful. His next career, he went to be a nurse. Once again, gave in of himself. He always gave of himself. And he did everything with passion, with joy, with zeal, with commitment, with every ounce of blood in his body. He never does anything half-heartedly. Not because Robert is my brother, but for years I tell people, we all say we have the best mother, the best father, the best sister, the best brother. When I said that, I knew I had the best brother. There is not one soul throughout his 78 years of life that I know can honestly say that he had some disagreement or some harsh word or something that Robert said. Never in all the years. And I can tell you, for every sibling, women are different, Imagine him having to deal with 7 girls. But he always made each of us special. There was anything that will happen among us, he'll be the first one to pacify it. He loved every single one of us in the same way. He was so joyful. I laugh. If Robert called me now, Robert texts me now, we end up laughing. It's going to be something he's going to make you smile. He's going to make you happy. It doesn't matter how sad you are. When he finished just saying hi, you're going to smile. And when I spoke about his ballet classes, he loved to take pictures. I don't think that everyone here knows. He loved to take his pictures. And every time I smile because he loved his poses. He has to find something, a pose that is different, a pose that you're going to laugh about. He just loved to just pose, whether it's the GQ look, or the funny look, or the childish look. He finds a pose to make everyone smile. I remember the day when he sent me a picture of, he started ballet classes. And having experience of dance, I looked at him, I said, Robert, you're good. I don't think a teacher could have faulted his position. He had the straightest back when he stood up in his pose. I'm sure that the teacher might have told that one, stand straight, stand erect. He was standing straight. And why it's so funny, he's a little tiny man, you know. But he stood tall. When you looked at Robert, his size belied what he looked like, because everything he did with a purpose. He did with strength. He did with passion. It's like if you're looking at a giant, when he stood and he said, oh, I'm going to do a first position. It was perfect. And he stood tall. And then he used to say, and Joan, remember, I know to do my tendu. I know to do my plie. He just loved everything he did. He studied for it. He made it his own. He had to be good about it. I'm going to miss my brother. I'm going to miss him terribly, terribly. But I'm going to remember who my brother was, who my brother is, what he did for the world. In his 78 years of life, the number, I would say the volume of people, whether it's a child or an elderly person, he will never be forgotten. Anybody that met Robert, never forget him. He comes up to functions we have there occasionally, travels up to Albany. And I can tell you, there's not one soul. If he comes to my mom's church, he comes to a function we have, by the time he leaves, everyone knows his name. Everyone can talk. Joan, your brother is something else. I said, that's my brother. And I knew him, his life, his career. And I knew of his church, even though I'm not part of the church. But Robert loved his church. And I'm happy that he was happy. And that's all I can expect. Or that's all I wanted, because his joy lived on from the day he was born to the day he passed. His joy and his light never dimmed. And I thank you for the part that you played in it. And I'm happy. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of his other, make sure I'm right, 5 other siblings. He has 6 siblings left. They're all girls. And on behalf of that side to his family, 6 siblings, his nieces, his great nieces, and all the loved ones, I thank you. Amen.
Thank you so much. It really is important for us to see the younger side of him. It's good to know that he was the same. That's good to know. Yeah. Let's have one musical performance, and then we'll have some more tributes. We have Rachel Beth Tamayo is next. Let's welcome her up. This is what Uncle Robert would have wanted, right? More singing. In fact, if you want to sing instead of testify, it's good too.
Thank you so much. And before I sing this song is for Mr. Robert Hall. He requested me this song before he passed away. Unfortunately, I was in Cleveland, but this song is for him.
I see the King of Glory coming on the clouds with fire. The whole earth shakes. The whole earth shakes. I see His love and mercy washing over all our sin. The people sing, the people sing, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Come on, everybody, sing with me. I see a generation rising up to take their place with selfless faith. Louder, come on. With selfless faith, let them hear the song. I see a near revival, stirring us with pray and sing, with on our knees, with on our knees. Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Come on, listen with me. Hear my heart and make it clean. Open up your eyes to the things unseen. Show me how you love like this eternally. heart from what break yours. Everything I am for your kingdom's cause. So walk from earth into Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Come on, everybody, sing. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Hosanna in the highest.
Thank you, RB. We got talent, we got voices, testimony, tribute. I know some in the back. Oh, Reverend Green. The King. The one who strided in on Wednesday. That was beautiful. Oh, you want to sing too? Yeah, okay, you can sing too. You can sing too if you like, but a word first, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend. Give me a handshake, please.
Right there.
Wow. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name is Heavenly Green. And when I heard the breaking news about our brother Robert Hall, I immediately went to his door and sought to engage his wife, Amanda Hall. And I said, Amanda, Robert Hall was a decent man. Is that true? Yes. He was a very decent man. We were raised by the same spiritual mom, Barbara von Prague. She came from Guyana to Jamaica, and she raised me up and sent me to the United States to attend True Parents. So I'm very honored to stand here today to channel something that Robert wants to tell all of us. Do you want to hear? Yes. Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the sky, got the sun in my eyes, and I won't be surprised that it's a dream. Everything I want the world to be is now coming through, especially for me. And the reason is clear, it's because you are here. You're the nearest thing to heaven that I see. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Something in the wind has learned my name, and it's telling me that things are not the same. in the leaves on the trees and the touch of the breeze. There's a pleasing sense of happiness for me. There is only one wish on my mind. When this day's through, I hope that I will find that tomorrow would be the same for you and me. All I need will be mine if you are here. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation I can find is the love that I've found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me at the top of the world. Your love's put me at the top of the world. One more time. Your love's put me at the top of the world. That song is for his beloved wife, Amanda Hall. Give her a hand. Thank you.
Reverend Green never ceases to fail us. Never ceases, never ceases. Okay, we have a testimony in the back. Yeah, sister, please come up. What is your name? Juliana? No. Juliana. Oh, Sister Juliana. Let's welcome her. Sister Juliana.
Hello, brothers and sisters. I am from the Bronx Center, and I was married to a Puerto Rican, a wonderful man. Yeah. But I would like to give a tribute to Mr. Robert Hall, Uncle Robert, because everybody knew that he was a good singer. But in my tribute, he was a good mentor of my husband in English during in his college day in Puerto Rico. He taught a lot about the English. My husband is not really grammatically correct speaking English, but it helps a lot in our marriage life. Can you imagine that I am Filipina, and then in the Philippines we have this Spanish subject, and I was the last batch in the university, and I remember before that my professor said to me, I've been taking the Spanish subject for 4 times, and I'm always drop off the subject because I don't know why I don't like the subject, because I think during the time that how I'm going to use the Spanish, because in my whole life I never dream of like marrying Spanish speaking. And of course I said to my professor, oh my God, I said, you need to give me a favor, because otherwise my father will gonna kill me, because this is the 4th times I dropped the subject and he's paying this, and I will be grounded for a year or 2 years. He warned me a lot. And then he said to me, you know what, Miss Dordas, you really need to learn the Spanish, because in the future you will use it. No. In my dream, I said to my professor, but I don't realize that God, prepared. But because I refused and neglect to learn the Spanish, and God prepared Uncle Robert for my husband to teach the English. So I remember before when I first came here in New York, and my husband always saying me, put your things, the luggage, your clothes. I said, oh, stay that way, because at the time, our culture, but anyway, I passed that. But when I first time met Uncle Robert during the Loving Life, he was high in spirit. He sings, he dances, and then that's the start that my husband talking about his, teaching skill to my husband that, he speak English, and it helps a lot. Can you imagine that I'm going to speak Tagalog in translation of Spanish? How I don't, I can't imagine how will it goes, but it really helps a lot. The one of the barriers that I cope up is the language, and thanks for Uncle Robert. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Juliana. He spoke a lot of languages and saving marriages too while he's at it. Testimony, Uncle Daniel. I know we're going over time. Hope that's okay. Maybe before 1, hopefully we'll be finished. But yeah, okay.
Okay, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Amanda, Christopher. Contrary to what we may think what Robert is doing now, organizing concerts, etc., in the spiritual world, he might actually be fully booked. You know why? Because so many concerts have been organized for him. What you do here reflects up there in the spiritual world. I'll tell you an experience. One time, I used to sing when I was fundraising. I used to sing a lot from one building to another. And then, just when I was coming back to the car, I had this spiritual experience. Suddenly I heard songs from the heavenly world. Same thing I was singing, except that it was much more beautiful. So beautiful. I just couldn't believe it. So I think that's what is going on with Robert right now. He's attending concerts, being organized across generations for him. Not just one generation, but ancestors from so many different realms. Red carpet treatment for who? For Robert. So don't worry, he's attending concert. He'll deal with the issue of organizing his own choirs, etc. in the future. All right? All right, so he's busy. Another point is also from another personal experience related to Robert. One time, after many years being away from home, I went to visit my father's place, but he had moved to another area. So I kept driving around looking, couldn't find out where he lives. I didn't have his address. And then one man looked at me and said, "You mean you're looking for that man who loved God?" He said, "The man who really loved God." I said, "Yes." "Oh yeah, I know where he lives." He took me there. One thing I noticed about Robert is he loved God. Remember what Jesus said? Love God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. In his singing, many times expresses love for who? For God, which I think is the greatest commandment. If you love God, you get those returns. And lastly, one of the missionaries in my home country in South Africa, she told me one time, she said, a godly person is a very stable person, is a constant. People rely on him. The many testimonies that I hear about Robert, that so many people rely on him, that's a testimony that we are all fortunate to have met a holy man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The holy man indeed, surrounded by people. Oh, and Auntie Marina? Yeah. I mean, if you need to get up, go to the bathroom, you can do that. Or if you need to put something in your stomach, you can do that. But we're going to keep going until 1 o'clock. We'll finish at 1, though, I promise. Well, yeah, Auntie Marina, Falcone. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Sister Amanda. I already spoke and sang on the song, I'm sorry, but I just felt so strongly after actually Ren Green sang that song that Uncle Robert wants me to sing this song. So I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to sing this song, okay? Because this a cappella. This is what Robert would say to us, okay? La 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 la. You can clap. La 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 la. Sing, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong, sing of good things, not bad, sing of happy, not sad, sing a song, make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. La 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 la. Sing a song. Let the world sing along. Sing of love there could be. Sing for you and for me. Sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. Just sing a song. Just sing a song.
That was better than my sermon. I think that's really the message that we want to get across. I'm going to ask Melissa to come up. I totally put her on the spot, but her picture showed up so much at the Songhua, you thought they were related, so you couldn't leave her out. She's going to sing us. Maybe we'll have a space for one, maybe two more tributes, and then we have a video to close us out. So, Melissa.
Hello, everyone. I was very sad to not make it to the service, but I did watch online, and I was so happy to see so many people just enjoying each other's company while we get through this, time. My introduction to Uncle Robert was actually when I first joined a few years ago. I was invited to sing at the concert, and he sat in the audience, and he listened, and he sang. He even stood up and clapped. And when the Sounds of Music went up to sing their final song, he grabbed me and pulled me on stage with them. And I didn't realize it in the moment, but that's how I joined the Sounds of Music. And no matter how many times, if I wasn't able to come to service, if there was a stretch of time that I wasn't able to come, the next time he saw me, he always said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. Think of a song in your head because I want you to sing next week." And even if I was late for service and I missed the first songs, he would pull me up for the last song anyways. Always made sure that I felt like welcome and part of, the group. So I really appreciated that. And that's why I learned how amazing he is. That's when I learned that he is truly a blessed person. But when I learned his heart was one time we were rehearsing, or we were supposed to be rehearsing, and it was just the two of us. And we started listening to a bunch of Negro spirituals, and he broke down and he started to cry, and he just grabbed my hand and we just started praying. And he just thanked God that we were both here. He thanked God, for our church, for the fellowship, and that's when I learned the true heart of Robert. So as a tribute to him, I'm just gonna sing a Negro spiritual. Still away, still away, still away to Jesus, still away, still away home, ain't got long to stay here. My Lord, He calls me. He calls me by the thunder, the trumpet sound with ain't gone long to stay here. My Lord, He calls me. He calls me by the lightning, the trumpet sound within my soul. Ain't gone long to stay here. Lord, help me still away. Lord, help me still away. Lord, Lord, help me still away.
Thank you, Melissa. Still getting pulled up here. That's not going to stop. It's your fault. You're just your voice is so good, but powerful. Is there another one? Because I know Chris is going to be last. So this is our last chance. The ship is going. And Reverend Dasa give me motions. There's food. There's spaghetti in the aqua room. So before you go and eat, we're going to have one more from testimony from Chris, and then we have a video at the end. So, my wife's saying, Chris, would you say a word?
I will say a word.
Thank you.
Thank you. Say no. Don't you start now. Don't you start. Why you guys do this to me? You always do this to me. You make me sing. I'm a singer. First of all, brothers and sisters, I want to thank you. I want to thank God and true parents that we're here today for remembering strong, musical, loving. I mean, I can keep going. I mean, clearly, it's the, as I said at the procession, there was always a consistent energy. It's the same thing. No one can say anything different. He was a good man. He was a funny man. He was a mischievous man. He was a man of many things. Okay, so I can do a song. I can do a song. Because you've inspired me to sing. But before that, I'll share a small testimony. I remember I would, me and my dad would be talking, discussing things, and, on occasion he would tell me, I'm sorry I wasn't a perfect father. Sorry I couldn't do this, sorry I couldn't do that. And it was one of those things where it's just like, but you've already done so much. I mean, I'm testimony to, the amount that you've put in. So it was always funny that he would say that, because I'm like, you are, to me, and it doesn't matter what anybody else has to say. It's what we had was what you could call perfect, because no one is perfect in the sense of perfection. Everyone has their caveats. Everyone has their little shadows, Not to exemplify those parts, but, they're there within us. But for me to be able to see how my dad moved, how he navigated, his love for music, it all, made sense to me. So if you don't mind me doing a little Googling, I just have to get the lyrics, because it has been years since I performed this song. It was a song me and him used to sing maybe when 43rd was there many years ago. I believe the song is called If We Hold On Together. If We Hold... I think sung by Diana Ross. I believe she was the one that made it popular. But I think it's the only fitting song to hold as a tribute for the man, the myth, the legend, the legendary Robert Hall. I won't have music, so we'll do it a cappella. Don't lose your way with each passing day. You've come so far, don't throw it away. Live believing, dreams are for weaving, wonders are waiting to start. Live your story, faith, hope, and glory. Hold to the truth in your heart. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, where clouds roll by. For you and I. Souls in the wind must learn how to bend. Seek out a star, hold on till the end. Valley, mountain, there is a fountain, washes our tears all away. Words are swaying, someone is praying, please let us come home to stay. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, where clouds roll by. For you and I. When we are out there in the dark, we'll dream about the sun. In the dark, we'll feel the light, warm our hearts, everyone. Okay, sing with me, everyone. If we hold on together, very good, very good. I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through till forever, as high as souls can fly. The clouds roll by. For you and I. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can say all that I have in my heart today, moving forward, will always be gratitude. I can't have anything else but gratitude. You've shown me through your testimonies the love that was shared. Because there's no other way to describe it. He still is an amazing person. And I'm sure he's up there making a ruckus. He's making noise. He's dancing. He's singing. He's on this stage singing and dancing right now, I'm sure. I'm sure. Because that's the person he was. That's the person he always will be. And, we hope to embody that in ourselves moving forward. So once again, thank you. On behalf of the Hall family, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Chris, you make this all worth it. Everything, his whole life. You, Chris, thank you. We'll see you here next week, brother. We need you. We need you. We need you badly. Just anyway, not too much pressure on you, but practical and spiritual, everything. Anyway, we're gonna close it out with a slideshow with some music. Uncle Freddie, or Freddie, he's not my uncle. He's Freddie. And then I think we'll just close out after that. We can enjoy the Aqua Room refreshments. Okay, thank you.
You can take me out of Guyana, but you can't take Guyana out of me. Yo, out of me, out of me, out of me. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. 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 So everybody celebrate. Raise your flag in the air. Celebrate. Jump up like if you don't care. Celebrate. Put up all your hand in the air. Hand in the hand in the hand in the air. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. 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 One day, me been down to Richmond Hill. Me and the boys, then we went to chill. Wanted to feel like we in Guyana. So we went down there, check out them daughters. When me bust the corner, made a song.
के पान बनारस वाला खुल जाए फंड कर का डाला के पान बनारस वाला खुल जाए फंड कर का डाला फिर जो ऐसा करे धमाल सीधी कर दे सबकी जान छोरा गंगा किनारे वाला छोरा गंगा किनारे वाला
Richmond Hill is a place where the Guyanese are waist. So the young gyal are walking and a shake up the waist. Come and big up the chest to the mighty best. Bring first place in a beauty contest.
Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana.
Guyana, where you there? Guyana, where you there? Put up your hand if you hear what I say. Guyana, where you there? Guyana, where you there? Put up your hand if you hear what I say. Little Guyana, we big. Come and fret together. Little Guyana, land up the bauxite, rice and sugar. Well, I went down to Liberty one Saturday, checking out the daughters on my way. Girl from the left and I say girl from the right. Love me in the day and they love me in the night. He said the Guyanese girl make me feel alright. Lord have his mercy.
Dil dike deko, dil dike deko, dil dike deko, G. I see them gal them jumping down by Liberty. Dil dike deko, dil dike deko, dil dike deko, G. Come join a be down by Lefferts and Liberty.
Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana.
Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana.
Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana. Richmond Hill, a little Guyana.
So everybody celebrate. Raise your flag in the air. Celebrate. Jump up like if you don't care. Celebrate. Put up all your hand in the air. Hand in the hand in the hand in the air. Celebrate. Raise your flag in the air. Celebrate. Jump up like if you don't care. Celebrate. Put up all your hand in the air. Hand in the hand in the hand in the air.
A little Guyana. A little Guyana. A little Guyana. A little Guyana. You can take me out of Guyana.
Another big hand to Uncle Robert up in heaven. All right, that's going to be all, folks. God bless you and the family. Thank you for letting us be a part of this and this very important part of his life. And we're going to celebrate in the Aqua Room. We got food, spaghetti. Saika's asking me, when are you guys coming? So now's the time. So let's go. Thank you to Amanda for the gifts, all the baggies. See you next week.